podcast where we watch Blu-rays and take the biscuit. I'm your host James. I'm joined by my co-host Jade. Say hello.
Hello.
Spooky. Halloween spooks.
Spooky season.
This is the first of the four that we're doing this year.
It is.
I hate to admit, but we're starting with a banger. Like an absolute banger.
Yeah.
Like pure banger.
Yes.
Okay, cool, yeah. This is a great film. And I'm glad people said you should do Coraline for that.
Yeah,
Spooky.
no, I agree. Especially when you think about like Halloween films that people watch every year. This has now found itself in there. Especially with like family favourites and that kind of thing. And I like that.
We're doing Coraline. Welcome to the Coraline episode, everyone. Sit down, chill out.
Chill out and relax.
Yeah, why not? Put the kettle on.
Yeah, it's that kind of cozy time of year.
It is. Pumpkin spice, anyone?
Pumpkin spice and everything nice.
Not for me. That shit vile.
I'm more of a gingerbread
Ugh.
person. I love the smell of gingerbread.
Well,
yeah. Pumpkin spice is a bit boring for me.
I see what I get. It's oversaturated.
Yeah. It's become a thing now. It's like all about the Instagram and that sort of thing. It's boring.
Yeah. You know what isn't boring?
What?
Coraline.
Yes.
We're at an advantage here because you've read the book.
I'd say an advantage. I've not read it in years and years and years.
And my point still stands. You've read the book.
I have read the book.
And I can't read.
You cannot read.
I can read. I just choose not to.
Because he can't read, ladies and gentlemen.
It's written by Neil Gaiman.
Okay.
Is this right?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's written by Neil Gaiman.
I don't know.
Did you like the book?
I did like the book. To be honest, I liked the film more because we get additional characters, etc., in the film that we don't get in the book.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just an absolute spectacle. I loved it. It was everything the book could have wanted and more. If I was the writer of this, I'd be pleased with what we got.
I think he was heavily involved.
Oh, well, it's visually stunning.
Oh, yes, is it?
Yeah, I absolutely adore this film.
I went to see this at the cinema.
Jealous.
Well, it was one of those where it sort of came out and no one was really fussed about it. No one really got the hype. People have really warmed to Coraline over the years.
Yeah.
But when I went to see it, there was me and who I was with, and then just like two other people, and like a mum and a child. I enjoyed it the most out of the four. It was in 3D as well, basically empty.
Do you think part of the reason why people love this so much now is because it has become a staple of the Halloween season, and Halloween, especially over the last few years, is becoming bigger and bigger?
I think
so. It's becoming someone like nowadays. This Hocus Pocus, Nightmare, they're becoming people's like go-to films that they watch every year. They do it as part of like a tradition almost.
I don't think it's that. I think it's the Nightmare Before Christmas crowd.
You think?
Who have gone, yeah, we want more of this, and the closest we're going to get is Coraline.
Okay, do you think that Nightmare fans and Coraline fans are the same people?
Yes.
I'm the opposite. I like Coraline. I don't think much to Nightmare.
I'm with you. I like Coraline a lot more. You know, there's a big Venn diagram somewhere of Coraline fans, Nightmare fans.
And they meet in the middle.
Yeah, and they meet in the middle. With this one, I guess. Mm-hmm. I've got this tattooed on me.
You have, there she is.
There she is. It's directed by the same guy who did Nightmare.
Mr. Mann.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Well, it's not Tim Burton.
It's not. We've had this conversation the other day going to work, didn't we?
Tim Burton did not direct.
He did not direct The Skies.
Well, he didn't direct Nightmare Before Christmas.
He didn't, but it's his concept art, so he does get to have his name there.
But I really like getting one up on nerdy people. It's like, I really like the Tim Burton's direction in Nightmare, and I'm like, actually, I think you're fine, sir.
He didn't direct it.
You didn't direct it. It's Mr. Henry Selick.
But he does deserve the credit he gets for his character design in Nightmare, because those characters, you got to admit, people love them.
Oh yeah, that's okay, fine. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about this.
Well, you were, hence why I brought it up.
Okay, but Henry Selick did James and the Giant Peach.
He did.
Which hang on. Well, I don't like that tone.
You know what I liked about James and the Giant Peach, and you know what I didn't like.
Crocodile dong.
Some of it was stupid.
All of it was great. Some of it was stupid, yeah, but all of it was great. Lightning Rhino.
Lightning Rhino.
But he directed this. I think he doesn't do much. He's recently done Wendell and Wild.
Okay.
Which is another stop motion affair. But Laika Studios, this is the first Laika Studios production. Are you a fan of Laika?
What else do they do?
Laika have done Paranorman.
Oh, I didn't like Paranorman.
They've done Box Trolls.
Not seen it.
They've done Kubo and the Two Strings.
This is another film I didn't think much to.
Oh shit, okay. And The Missing Link.
Not seen it.
Oh, okay, so you're missing some bangers.
But like, for example, Kubo and Paranorman, the stories bored me. I don't necessarily think it was like the animation or anything like that did it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because Paranorman is visually beautiful to look at.
I think Kubo is as well, though.
From bits that I remember, I fell asleep watching it, truth be told.
Really? Kubo?
Yeah.
I like Kubo a lot.
I watched it during the pandemic, though. It was a difficult time. I was tired all the time for doing nothing at home.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. When it comes to stop motion, are you a fan of stop motion in general?
I do like stop motion. I think it's very different and it can be quite creepy, and I'm all for that.
Do you think...
I like some creepy business.
It lends itself to creepiness, but I think that's just the way it's animated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Wallace and Gromit.
Oh, yeah, I like Kiss the Were-Rabbit.
Yeah, Kiss the Were-Rabbit, right?
Yeah.
I know what you mean, like, similar to, like, Fantastic Mr. Fox and stuff. You know, it's just sort of, like, janky.
Janky.
Well, that's the only way
You love a bit of stop motion, don't you?
I love stop. I've got a lot of time for people who do it because they've got a lot of time for it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
A lot of work goes into it.
Exactly, because they've got to take like so many pictures in a frame or something, and so many frames in a second. So you're like, oh shit, that's a lot of work.
It really is an art form, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I just think it's wonderful.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of time for it. Although I haven't seen Box Trolls.
I haven't seen Box Trolls either, nor do I want to.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Why not?
I don't know. I think it's just meant to just be trolls in movies in general.
I have a fact about Laika Studios.
Okay.
They are founded by the son of the person who owns Nike.
Right.
As a studio.
Okay.
So no matter what happens with box office returns,
mm-hmm.
most of their films haven't done well at the box office. They'll never go bust.
I like that though, because that means they can bring out things that are passion pieces.
That's the nail on the head there, babe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just, we're doing this all for the commercial gain, etc. It's something that people love and are really passionate about, so it doesn't feel like it's just been churned out.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
But this one's great.
Oh, this is great.
This is how you arrive.
Oh yeah, I love those.
When was the first time you watched this?
I watched this on like a really dodgy copy I got from the car boot.
Oh no!
I know.
Was it even called Coraline on the label?
It was called Caroline.
Yeah.
And I remember loving it. I loved it from that moment. And then I got the Wii game.
Okay.
For some reason. When that was really creepy to play.
For some reason.
Cool. Yeah, it was really weird.
Apparently, well, we've been through this. The PS2 game, if you've got it, guys, you're sat in a gold mine.
It's rare.
It's a rare game. If you've got Coraline on the PS2, check your drawers. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. I saw it today.
I know you did, and you didn't buy it. You managed to restrain yourself.
I am not spending that much money on a game that's probably not very good. Not going to lie.
That's it. The Wii one's pretty good, though. You can borrow that.
The Wii ones.
The Wii one is very good.
This started as a live-action project.
Okay.
And Dakota Fanning was involved. And
okay.
And when they said, okay, we're actually going to do the stop motion because we think it'd be better, they were like, Dakota,
come back.
do you still want to do it? And she was like, yeah.
She's perfect in this role.
I think she's a good actress anyway.
Yeah.
I've always thought this. I mean, she's improved since the Cat in the Hat days, let's put it that way.
Oh, yeah.
She's really good at voice acting.
I forget. I mean, at the beginning of the film, I know quite a bit of Dakota's stuff. I recognise her voice.
Are you a Dakota fan?
Fanning.
Yeah.
So I was like, I recognised it was her. But then she just blends completely in. It's as if that is a real person and that is their voice. It's great. How it matches so well.
A lot of the time when you get celebrities doing voices, you are taken aback a bit. Because, like, for instance, like, Tom Hanks is Woody, but you're like, oh, that's Tom Hanks' voice.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, the merging of character and voice, perfect.
Yeah.
Do you think it's scary?
I've never found it scary, but I can see why people think it is.
Okay.
I'll find some of the imagery quite creepy, and even the story surrounding it. I mean, the majority of people, when you say Coraline, they all say buttons for eyes.
Yeah.
That in itself is really creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they showed a lot of that, I think, in like the promo trailers and stuff like that. It was all like with the box with the, you gotta kind of make a choice sort of thing. Mm-hmm. Which is quite creepy.
Yeah.
It's got a kind of fairy tale vibe to it that sticks with you.
It's pretty grim with two M's.
It is indeed that kind of grim.
Yeah, nice. Very grim. But I think kids need these sort of films to be fully functioning adults.
Yeah. Do you think children find this scary?
I find this scary. I think adults generally find it quite creepy.
You do?
I can see, if I was a child when this came out and I would gone to see it, I'd be like, this is deeply traumatizing.
Yeah.
I think it sits up there with like films like Neverending Story.
Yeah.
Or like Gremlins, or maybe even Goosebumps. Do you know what I mean?
The Goosebumps TV show was creepy.
Oh, yeah, exactly. But kids need to be scared.
Yeah.
Because
especially when you think of the original lullabies, fairy tales, etc. They are all really creepy. There's always some sort of moral to the story, and to be fair, there is with this.
Which is, don't have buttons for eyes.
Don't do it, guys.
Someone out there with a needle, like, oh, what did he say?
What did you say? No, don't do it, guys.
So sharp you won't feel a thing. Oh, that's the creepy line.
That sounds like what someone who wants you to do it would say.
Is this what gaslighting is?
Yes.
Okay, I fully understand gaslighting. I'm not going to hurt you.
I'm going to hurt you.
We're going to say that quite a lot on the podcast, so we should explain it now.
Yeah.
There is a parrot who attacks his owner, but before...
Not in like a violent way or anything like that, just being a bit like...
Just like, I'm going to bite you, I'm going to scare you or whatever. But the parrot goes... Before it attacks you, the parrot says, I'm not going to hurt you.
She's like, yes you are, you bit me last time. And he goes, does it again.
Yeah, I'm not going to hurt you. What's wrong?
It's now become a part of our vocabulary, unfortunately.
And, as luck would have it, I now fully understand gaslighting.
Yay!
Yay! But yeah, Coraline's great. Decent cast. Terry Hatcher, Ian McShane, French and or Saunders.
You love them, don't you?
I love me some French and Saunders. I've always been a big fan of French and Saunders. But you can tell they're here. I feel like they're sort of swapped.
Yeah, they do seem to be swapped character-wise.
Yeah, because you think, if you had to show a picture of Spinks and Forcible, you'd be like, oh, okay. That's Dawn French. That's Jennifer Saunders. But they've flipped it. Maybe
it's to put you off so you don't think, oh yeah, that's the voice actress behind that role.
Yeah. French and Saunders, if you're listening, thank you.
And we love you.
Yeah, we love you. But there are some other characters in this that aren't in the book. Mm-hmm. And you said it's for exposition's sake.
I would say so, yeah. So, do you want me to spoil it?
Absolutely.
So we don't get YB in the book.
What?
We don't get YB.
Why not?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but I really like him.
Okay.
And obviously that whole kind of backstory with the his aunt going missing in the house, etc. That's all.
His aunt going missing.
I say aunt. You say aunt. It's the way it is. That's all exposition.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of his posture.
I like it though, because he shrugs like a teenager would.
Yeah, I know, but like that low.
You do it.
What?
You do.
My God, my posture's terrible. Built like YB.
Why who?
YB. Why not?
Why are you being like that?
Why be like that?
What are you being like that for?
That should be a line in the film, for sure. But yeah, Coraline, she's moved into this big pink palace.
Yes, it's an apartment building, which is very strange. It looks like it's the last thing you'd want to turn into apartments.
I like it. I'd move there.
Yeah, but it's got an unfortunate, you wouldn't want to end up in the attic, would you? Or in the basement where the elderly are put in this in this film.
I've pointed it out to you. There's a stair lift. They can function.
But in a basement with no natural light, I'm sorry, I feel like they got the really poor end of that deal.
Hey, maybe they're cheap. Maybe they want to be in the basement.
Maybe they want to be in the basement.
Shouldn't all old people be put in the basement?
You can't put old people in the basement.
No, you stop putting old people in the basement. But yeah, so she's moved into the Pink Palace with her parents. Her parents aren't rich.
No, and they've just had a car accident, so they don't have a lot of money either.
Yeah, because the mum's in a neck brace.
Yeah.
Giving it full Avid Marion vibes.
Oh, she is, yeah.
Right? Thank you, please. So Coraline's a bit bored.
Yeah, she's bored.
I love the house.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Because it seems really bright and vibrant outside, but the inside of the house is quite drab.
Quite muggy.
Yeah.
Devoid of colour, one would say.
Yes.
Yes. But this is to juxtapose what happens.
Yeah, it's very Wizard of Oz, isn't it, later on?
It is a bit Wizard of Oz. That's a very good thing. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, Coraline's bored and we get the little music. You go around and explore the house. She's a kid. She wants to be out in the garden.
She's just bored, isn't she?
Yeah.
She'll have to leave her friends behind.
So we get the quite iconic music.
You think this, I think it's boring, personally.
I really like it. I think it's so sweet. I think it's still a little bit creepy. Yeah,
it's that lullaby sort of vibe it's got. It sounds like it is like a child humming, isn't it? There is this vocal over the top of it, isn't there?
Yeah. It's really cute. And she's going around and she's sorting all the house.
She's just trying to keep herself busy, isn't she?
Yeah, but she's bored. Anyway, she finds door.
She does. A door where she couldn't find the key.
Is it a little bit Alice in Wonderland, what one would say?
A little bit. Later on, I think it is, anyway, when she goes through it, because she's like lured down there, isn't she?
Yes.
But at first she makes a deal with her mum to open the door, because her mum and dad do not want to be spending any time with her because they are busy. So she's devoid of all attention as well, which is why she's bored.
Yeah, they're trying to make money. I think they are gardeners, or they're doing something with the catalogue.
Yeah, that journalists, aren't they? Or something along those lines, I don't know.
And I think they've got a big deal coming up, but they've got to work first. So this is why Coraline is bored. But she finds the door. Mum, open this door. Mum gets the key. It's weird that she knows what key it is.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I mean, because it looks like it fits the lock. I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Maybe it says on the key.
But there's no other key in that drawer that looks anything like the one that opens the door.
Good point, yeah, okay. Opens the door, and she's like, okay, just the wall.
Do you think it's creepy that it's her actual mum that opens the door to what we find out is later on the other side?
So what you're saying is this whole thing, Coraline, is a big metaphor for the grass isn't always greener.
Yes. Right,
okay. That I like. That's very sexy of you. Yeah, I hadn't really thought about it. It just never occurred to me that I was just like, oh, the mum's opening the door because she's got the key.
Yeah.
I never thought, oh, okay, she's doing it as well, you don't like it here. Fuck off. You know.
Well, she isn't, but the story is kind of going, actually, it's the mum who's opening the door to the other world.
Yeah, careful what you wish for, though.
Yeah, it is. This in itself is very much a careful what you wish for sort of story.
That was the tagline, I think.
Was it? I don't know.
I think it was. I think it was Coraline. Stop making wishes or they'll get another mother. And she's got buttons for eyes. It was quite a long tagline.
Okay. Just like that.
Just like that.
Don't let James create your taglines, guys.
This is why I'm not hired by Hollywood.
Yet.
Die hard. Don't let terrorists in the building, please. And if you're going to run on glass, put your shoes on.
Put your shoes on first, guys.
Yeah, that's how I know.
Shoes are sexy.
Shoes are sexy. Correct. Apart from Crocs.
Crocs are not sexy ever. Sorry, guys.
I think there's also a doll that we've skipped out on. She finds a doll.
Well, she doesn't find the doll, does she? She's passed the doll by Wybie. And the doll opens the film. So we see these really creepy hands creating the doll to begin with.
I'm just going to let you talk now because I quite like how you explain this.
Yeah, so we see these... so it starts off as a different doll of a different child. So we don't know that straight away. And we see these hands... just made out of needles, changing the doll around. And some of the imagery on that is really creepy.
Mm-hmm. The music's quite foreboding as well.
Yeah, again, I keep saying it, we've got that really lullaby sort of vibe to it.
Yeah.
But even though the imagery we're seeing is quite creepy, even like with what we later find out are the other mother's hands, the actual actions she's doing are quite soft and quite delicate. Like she's being really careful with the doll.
Yeah.
So she's not acting in a creepy way.
She's like, I'm doing this.
Maybe that's why it is so unsettling.
Yeah. I think it sets the film up for like okay.
Oh, he's doing this then, yeah.
What's going on, guys?
And then one thing I spotted was when she goes to sew the clothes together for the doll, it's all dusty. So she's clearly not needed to do it for a very long time.
Ah, this is why you're the co-host.
Hey! And she sets the doll free back into the universe, which ends up in Wybie's possession.
Well, it ends up in Coraline's room.
It was initially with his aunt.
Aunt.
Oh, shut up.
But yeah.
So it was with Wybie's aunt. So because later on we find out who the original owner of the doll was.
Yeah.
In its original form.
Mm-hmm. And the house.
Yeah. So clearly So did the other mother know that Coraline was coming?
It's nice to have a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an idea.
It's nice to have a plan, isn't it?
Yeah.
This doll looks exactly like Coraline. Mm-hmm. Buttons for eyes, of course.
Yeah.
A bit weird. But I love the design of the doll.
Yeah.
I think you can get it.
I think you can get the doll.
Okay, so...
Great story.
Coraline goes to sleep and then she's woken by a mouse. Bouncy bounce.
A bouncy bounce mouse.
Yeah. The mice are cute in this. I quite like them. Quite like the little arms.
Oh yeah, the way that they are little T-Rexes. They're very cute.
Not everything is as it seems.
It is not.
But the mouse leads her to the door, and the door is now a gateway into another world. I love the tunnel.
So she followed the white mice through the tunnel.
Yeah. In my head, the big parachute at school?
Oh yeah.
That's what that sort of thing reminds me of. Like a big play area, you know?
I know what you mean.
I would walk through that tunnel.
It's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really, the way the colours on it are beautiful.
Oh yeah.
And it's so bright, and obviously, it's a dark tunnel, it's like all the lights are shining on it.
Yeah. It's quite alluring.
It looks magical, so it's luring her in, yeah.
So Coraline walks in, and she's like, oh, I'm just back in the back in the room.
Back in my house.
There's some very subtle differences.
It's very Disney's Haunted Mansion, isn't it?
Yes, and I'm glad you picked up on that because there was a picture of a boy in her actual house where he's got an ice cream or something. The ice cream's fallen on the floor and he's crying. Whereas in the other world, the picture, he's eating the ice cream. He's having a good old time.
The way that room is as well is very Haunted Mansion-esque.
It's sort of like a hexagon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, which I enjoy.
Okay.
But it all seems very warm. Like the colour palette is very warm in the living room and stuff. It's not quite as drab. Even though it's the same decor, it seems to be warmer.
Mm-hmm. She goes into the kitchen. Mm-hmm. She sees her mother cooking. Oh, this is nice. But wait!
She got buttons for eyes!
Oh, you got buttons for eyes. Stop looking at me with them buttons.
With them button eyes.
Yeah, creepy.
Yeah.
Creepy from the get-go. I think it's still... I think the character design is still quite soft.
Yes.
And her Terry Hatcher's delivery is still quite...
motherly. And again, it's all very warm and welcoming.
Yeah. Obviously, it deteriorates a little bit later, but I think the only thing wrong with it is the fact that buttons for eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice. She's got food made for her. Gravy train, the mango. We need to talk about a certain something though. She goes, sounds like, oh, it's time for dinner. Go get your dad, your other dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she opens the door, and she's like, "Hello, Coraline."
The other dad is really cool as well.
It's so good. His little quiff.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And his little dressing gown, pajamas.
The thing is, I think you said to me.
I did.
You said to me, I look like him.
With your glasses on.
With my glasses on, yes. And I think on a good day, I look like the other father. And on a bad day, I look like Coraline's actual father.
No, you don't. You never look like him because you've never got like the bags under your eyes or...
Oh.
And he's got like really greasy hair. You never have greasy hair.
Exhibit A.
No, your hair's just tall.
James is now pointing to his greasy ass hair.
It doesn't look greasy though. It just looks tall.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Right, okay. But yeah, thank you for saying I look like the other father on the good side. He's by the piano. And he's like, oh, my dad can't play the piano. And then he says, oh, I don't need to. This piano plays me. And then we get the greatest song ever written?
Ever written.
Ever written, right?
Ever written, yeah.
I turned that shit up.
You really did. That was like, I think it was like on 60 downstairs. It was fabulous.
60 out of 100, guys. That's quite loud. It's quite loud. It's a belter. It's too short.
Yeah. Interestingly, I turned to you and said, I downloaded this on LimeWire. And you were like, so did I!
Yeah. It's a banger. I think I had it as a ringtone for a while.
It's really cool. I think I tried recording it off my DVD player.
Oh, that's upsetting. Okay.
I did the same thing with Pirates of the Caribbean as well. So Dead Man's Chest.
Dead Man's Chest. Banger. Yeah, that song's great. It's the same... It's the band, isn't it? There might be giants.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be giants.
There could be.
But they do...
A giant peach, maybe.
It all connects.
It all connects.
I like
together.
it. So that's a band. They did that song about Istanbul and Birdhouse in My Soul.
You love those songs, don't you?
I really like Birdhouse in My Soul.
You like Istanbul to Constantinople. You like that one, don't you?
Istanbul to Constantinople. Yeah.
Yeah.
I much prefer Who Watches Over You.
I love that.
Banger. I think the guy does the voice.
Yeah, I don't think he's credited though, is he?
No. Which is
a shame.
sad. Because he might be giant. This piano plays me. That's weird. And you picked out some certain lyrics.
Yeah, so it's a very happy and upbeat song, but some of the lyrics in it are very dark.
Making up a song.
Later on in context are.
Well, let's go through it. Making up a song about Coraline. Nothing. She's a peach. She's a doll.
She's a peach.
Giant peach.
It all connects.
They might be giant peach.
It all connects.
Oh
babe.
my god. She's a doll.
Yeah.
She's a pal of mine. So this guy is a friend.
Yeah, this one's a friend of hers. He's not a scary person.
She's as cute as a button in the eyes of everyone who ever lays their eyes on Coraline. Button in the eyes.
Yeah.
Okay. When she comes around exploring, Mum and I will never make it boring. Our eyes will be on Coraline.
So she's being watched the entire time.
Mm-hmm. It's really unsettling, quite, like, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it makes it out like, oh, we're watching it because we're proud. And when you actually realise in context, no, it's because the other mother's been watching the entire time via the doll.
I really like the, you're going to go play out in the rain. And then it's like, it's not raining. And then there's a thunderbolt.
You jumped out your pants with this on, didn't you?
Yeah, because the thunderbolt resembles a creepy-ass hand.
The hand.
The hand! The hand controls me!
The hand controls me.
Yep, I love little symbolism like that you don't quite get on the first viewing, but then
This film is full of Easter eggs and stuff, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm here for it.
Me too. Coraline goes to sleep. See you soon.
Yeah, they take her up to her room and it's all their toys are talking.
Apart from that weird one, I don't like that weird one.
We're shaking, baby.
We're shaking, baby. Ugh, creep.
In fact, say that one needs to be in the toy box.
Yeah, that one needs to be burnt.
That one needs to be nowhere near your child. But yeah, and she sees that photograph. Obviously, she's missing her friends. That photograph is her friends talking back to her.
Yeah.
So everything that's happening in this world is triggering a emotional response from
Maybe
her.
she might stay. Maybe not. Maybe it's too good to be true. Plot twist. It is.
Yeah.
Right. She wakes up. She's back to normal.
Mm-hmm. But the poison oak on her hand
Has healed
is gone.
because of the mud.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, creepy.
Creepy.
Back to the normal life. Tells her parents about it, and they're like, "No, this is stupid. That'd be stupid." It happens again.
Well, but before we see we visit Bobinski, so the neighbour upstairs with his mouse circus.
Mm-hmm. He's Russian.
He is indeed.
He is a acrobat.
He is indeed.
He has mice.
Mm-hmm.
And he's blue.
He's an ex-liquidator.
That is a thing that happened in history.
It is indeed.
His medal he's only got one medal, and that medal is given out to people who helped during the Chernobyl disaster.
The liquidators.
Liquidators. The liquidators, yeah. I was just summing it up for the people who were listening.
There you go, guys.
Yeah.
Summed up.
Yeah. Chernobyl's a great TV show.
Oh, it is, yeah.
It fucking is.
All your children, after they've watched this, should go and watch it.
Yeah. If you want more of Babinski, check out
Watch
Chernobyl.
that, guys.
It's fun for all the family.
It's a family favourite.
That's an interesting thing. Spinks and Forcible, they're two old people who live downstairs.
In the basement.
They've got a lot of dogs.
They have, and they are very creepy with those dogs.
I mean, yeah, they stuff the dogs when they die, but they make the outfits for the dogs before they die.
They do.
Fucking what? Okay.
But they read Coraline's tea leaves.
Yeah.
For her.
These are two old, jaded theatre people.
Burlesque ladies, aren't they?
Sure, okay, yeah,
A bit
burlesque.
sexy, aren't they?
Yeah, cabaret, one might
Yeah.
say. Yeah, but a cup of tea. Let me read your tea leaves.
Mm-hmm.
One of them sees a giraffe. I see a giraffe.
That's excellent.
Thank you. And then the other one, I forget which one's which, says, "Oh, creepy hand." And
You're in danger.
It's the same hand that's the lightning bolt.
And just before she goes down to see Spinks and Forcible, Babinski also warns her from the mice not to go through the door.
Yeah.
So she's had 2 warnings now before she decides to try and go again anyway by trying to lure the mice to her room at night.
She doesn't listen.
No.
She goes again. YB's there. YB can't talk in this because she doesn't really get on with YB.
I think he's just very loud and talkative, and they butt heads for someone no reason. 'Cause to be honest, he's probably just as sassy as she is.
They're good mates,
Yeah.
I think they've got that potential. Well, obviously it works out well for them in the end.
Yeah.
But everyone has teething pains when they find a new friend. She goes up to the mice acrobat circus thing.
With her new YB, who cannot talk.
Cannot talk, but it's a good old time. You pointed out the popcorn maker.
Yeah, so they go into Babinski's weird-ass little attic room with this circus tent just chilling in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And there's all these like popcorn machines and candy floss, cannon things.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the chicken takes a bite of the corn and then it poops out popcorn.
Yeah, popcorn chicken.
But then what does it do when it gets around the cycle again?
Yeah. I think maybe it just overflows popcorn until you have it.
Yeah, that's it.
The mice circus. Mm-hmm. That is the only time I really think the animation is a bit too janky.
Okay, I love the way they move. I think I said to you, I find it very Pink Elephants.
Yeah.
In its creepiness. I mean, not as creepy as that sequence is. I mean, that's one of that isn't pure. People say Coraline is nightmare fuel. No, Pink Elephants is nightmare fuel.
I completely agree. Anyway, she goes downstairs. That's the end of the circus. Does she go back one more time before she comes back?
Well, it ends with a really weird shot, doesn't it? 'Cause it ends with Babinski giving her a kiss, and then it ends with the mum leaning back as she's in bed, like, "Did you have a nice night?"
Ugh! I don't want to kiss Babinski.
And then you've got the mother, the father, and other YB all watching her fall to sleep, and then it cuts back to her room again.
Yeah. She goes shopping with her mum. There's a big Shakespeare festival on.
Yeah.
Which I'm a fan of.
I'm here for it.
Is this a tragedy, do you think?
Part of it is, I'd say, yeah.
Yeah. This is quite a little bit Midsummer Night's Dream, maybe.
Why is it Midsummer Night's Dream?
I don't know, because dreams, innit? That's all.
I'm about to say, there's no donkey in this.
There is a donkey in this. There are 7 donkeys in this
We
film.
do get a bit of a fairy theme, but we can go to that a bit later.
Yeah, maybe, okay.
Yeah.
She wants to buy some gloves from the shop. Her dad's doing the catalogue thing, but her mum's gone shopping with her. And she wants to buy these mittens. And they're like, they're expensive for mittens.
But I'd say, yeah, they were like $24.99.
All the other ones were like £14.
Well, their designs weren't as complicated.
She shops at Dan Flash's.
She shops at Dan Flash's, guys.
Yeah, so her mum says, oh, you can't have those. Like, we've got more important things to do. So they go home.
But the thing is as well, she's being bratty about it because they're obviously buying this school uniform, which again is dull and drab for a school that she's not been to yet, so she hasn't got any friends there yet.
Yeah.
I get that she really wants these nice expensive mittens, but she knows her family have got no money until this catalogue goes through. So it's like, stop being a brat, Coraline.
I know, but she's bored. She wants something to... She's expressive anyway. You said she dyes her hair.
Yeah.
She paints her fingernails. She wants to add some... If she can't have a uniform that is colourful...
She wants to be different, and express herself.
And she's obviously... She can't do that here.
Yeah.
In the real world.
There's clearly that disconnect between her and especially her mum, which is why the other mother initially gets in as deep as she does.
The mum then goes, oh, you can come shopping, you can pick out one thing. And the mum's really trying to be, look, no money, but I'll meet you in the middle. Yeah. And Coraline's like, nah. Mm-hmm. That's kind of sad.
Yeah, she's being like the stubborn teenager that her character is.
Yeah, exactly. Tick for good character work. Coraline goes back.
In the middle of the day this time, though.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. I thought she'd be safe in the daytime.
No.
No one's safe in the daytime.
They are. No one's safe in the day, guys. You thought you were. You're not.
Thought nighttime was bad.
Well,
shit.
You should hear about the day. But then the night comes.
The night comes and it's all shit. She goes to see Spinken's Forcible this time.
Yes, she doesn't actually see the other mother and father straight away this time. They just basically leave her a present. Mm-hmm. Bearing in mind she's just asked her mum for one, and her mum hasn't given her one. She goes straight back to the other world. Other mother, straight away, here you go, look what I've bought you.
That's gaslighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But again, she knows that because the doll is watching.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Goes to see Spinken Forcible. There's a little theatre show going on. The dogs are ushers.
Yeah.
The audience, the theatre crew. These dogs aren't paid enough.
They are not.
So.
Animals in film, guys.
They are doing a burlesque show, but they show up as Spinken Forcible.
As old ladies.
No, ladies. I don't think those are French and Saunders singing voices.
I'm not too sure, to be honest.
I couldn't tell you. I don't think anywhere ever says that.
No.
But, yeah, I mean, that's the...
It starts off as a very strange sequence, but I'm here for it.
Oh, me too. They get to a point where it all falls apart.
They're just dulling, aren't they, as different characters? Like that's supposed to be alluring, so one of them is like a sea siren, the other one's Aphrodite.
Yeah.
And they just, it's weird.
And then they go up to the top of the rafters, and they're on 2 diving boards.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're going to jump off into this one bucket.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh my god, Coraline's like, this ain't going to end well. But as they jump and they bounce, they unzip, and they are young again.
They are their young selves, and they are hot.
Fuck me, they are, aren't they?
Why does Mr. Selick keep creating characters that you want to bone?
Name the other one.
The spider.
Oh, the spider.
From James the Giant Peach.
Oh, I get those hands all over me.
Oh dear.
I'm just saying. Yeah, Forcible. They do some trapeze work.
Well, did they quote Shakespeare?
Shakespeare, what a piece of work is man. How noble.
And obviously we've just seen the Shakespeare thing, this is what they're doing in town. So again,
because the mother's always watching.
Always watching.
Oh,
all eyes are on Coraline.
I quite like that sequence when they're quoting Shakespeare.
It's really pretty, isn't it?
Quite nice, yeah. After the show, that's a good old time. Mm-hmm. YB takes them back.
So she's full of it as she comes out of the theatre. She's really excited, and as she goes into the house, we see YB all sad.
Well, the other mother takes her into the house. And she's like, oh, thank you. He's like, I'll see you soon, YB. And then, YB's looking sad, but then the other mother turns around and is like...
Smile.
Like, you fucking... Yeah, you'll smile next time. Oh, yeah. It's creepy.
That's when we really start to realise there's something wrong with this world.
Mm-hmm. They say, oh, you like it here, don't you,
Caroline?
You like it here, don't you, Coraline? And she's like, yeah, I love it. It's my favourite thing. And then it's like, oh, okay, you can stay. Mm-hmm. But we got a deal. You need to do this.
Yeah, you need to So buttons onto your eyes, and they try and make it sound really nonchalant, like, oh, you can have it in any colour you want. You can have it with this, this, this. Oh, I'm jealous.
So sharp you won't feel a thing.
But he only says that after she starts going, oh, won't it hurt?
Creepy. And she's like, nah, don't want any part of that. Thank you very much.
She doesn't even consider it for a second either. She's straight away like, nope.
But she doesn't let on that she doesn't want to do it.
Because she's clever.
Yeah. So she's like, oh, I'll think about it. I'm going to go to bed though. Mm-hmm. Then she's like, oh, okay. This place is, I'm done.
I want to go home now. I want to go to bed. That's why she's running upstairs to go to sleep. Because every other time she's gone up to her room to go to sleep,
she wakes up.
She wakes up in her own. She's in her own world.
Exactly.
So she wakes up and she's still in the other world.
I think the curtain's coming down a little bit.
Yeah.
So she walks downstairs. Other mother's nowhere to be seen, but the other father is, and he's by his piano, and he's not playing it as he used to.
Yeah.
He's just playing single notes. I feel like that's really unsettling. You know, when someone's sat at a piano just with the back turned and they're just playing a single note? Creepy.
Well, nothing's got any life. It's all very drab without the other mother being there.
Yeah.
Like she's giving it life.
Yeah. Oh. And then he says something about YB. And he pulled a long face and mother didn't like it. And then the piano was like, shut up. We do see YB again later on.
Yes. So she decides, because it says the other mother's resting at the moment. So she leaves the house and tries to run away.
Well, everything's drab because the other mother I think the other father says, like, she's resting. She's not as strong as she should be. Like,
we're all strong when she's around, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because that's when the piano's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Coraline takes a walk outside.
And she's a cat.
Woo, he's a cat.
Cat.
Cat can talk.
It can. Wuss-puss.
Is it Keith David? Is that the voice of Keith David?
I think it might be.
Just going to do a quick check on this.
Because he's so cool.
If it is Keith David, then absolutely. It is. It's Keith David.
Now, I'm of the impression that all cats can talk.
You said this?
Yeah.
I don't agree.
They can.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, shit.
I've seen cats. I've seen Hocus Pocus. I know that secretly all cats can talk.
They
just decide not to.
The cat's like, oh, okay. Things aren't what they seem here. You know, calm down.
Yeah. She's not like any mother I ever knew.
Mm-hmm. Does she go for a walk at this point?
Yes, she goes walking around, doesn't she?
Yeah, and then she gets so far, she gets to what the well should have been, and it just goes all white.
Yeah, and he's like, that's the end of the world.
Which is quite nice. I quite like that effect where like the colours run out and there's no more.
Yeah.
It feels like the end of a video game. Yeah,
I know what you mean, yeah.
We're swimming out to the map and the map's like, you can't go, you've got to go back.
That's it, the awards.
Yeah. But she ends up back at the house and it's like, oh, why have I ended up back here? It's like, oh, you've walked around the world.
That's it, there's nothing else.
Yeah, that is it. It's just the house. That's all you ever want.
I think that's what does it say? Like, the other YB told me so.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see it if you just listen, sort of thing. It's very. Kind of talks in riddles. It's a little bit Cheshire Catty.
I think that's the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is a very.
Again, all cats can talk, guys.
They can't. Okay,
they can. So then he hears noise and he runs off, and she goes back into the house.
She needs to go back into the house, and the other mother's. She goes to the door, and the other mother's like, "Oh, wait, where are you going?"
She's just chilling, isn't she, in the living room? Like, "Hi, darling." Very nonchalant, say what's just happened. But the buttons are still on the table.
And she's like, "You've got to do this," and then she's like, "Okay, I'm going to give you to the count of 3." What? And then her appearance starts changing. She gets taller. She gets lankier.
Yeah.
She quite grotesque, spider-like.
Very witch-like, isn't it? Like fairy tale witchy.
Grabs her, puts her in the mirror, and she's like, "You will come out when you've learnt your lesson."
That's very Alice through the Looking Glassy.
Oh, I love it. It is Alice in Wonderland then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. I like it. In the mirror are some spooky dookies.
There are 3 ghosts behind the mirror.
That's what I said, spooky dookies.
Spooky dookies. All of them with children, quite young children, with buttons for eyes. Mm-hmm. And we find out that actually everything that Coraline thought, because she's a clever girl, was right. So we find out that the other woman, who they refer to as the Beldam, spied on their lives with these dolls.
But they agreed to the buttons for eyes thing.
They did, so that she tricked them by creating these worlds to impress them, to lure them away from their actual families, and then convince them to sew the buttons on the eyes.
Does she eat them?
And then eat at their souls.
At their souls. That's why it's soul.
Yeah, so
nice.
What's it like? She put buttons over their eyes, so it's quite. What's the kind of thing? The eyes are the window to the soul, aren't they?
Yes. Oh, of course, yeah.
Same as so aren't mirrors?
Something.
Have something to do with that.
Something about that, yeah.
Because your soul can get trapped in a mirror, can't it, when you die? That's why the old Victorian people used to put... they used to cover all mirrors when someone had died in the house.
What?
Yeah, that's the thing. Because otherwise the soul could get trapped in the mirror. That's why the 3 kids are in the mirror.
Oh.
That's where their souls... That's what left of their souls is trapped there.
Oh, this is scarier than I thought then.
Yeah, it's really creepy.
I really like the imagery of the ghost sort of passing through Coraline, but the eyes stay.
Stay on her, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's really cool. But she's like, you must challenge the building. Yeah, that's the only way to get out, and you can save our souls.
Yeah, if you can save ourselves as well, like if you win your freedom,
yeah,
we'd be grateful.
Coraline's like, plan.
I'll try my best.
Some hands grab Coraline, pull her through the mirror. Wybie!
It's Wybie!
He's smiling.
Yeah, he's got his face all tacked up. It's awful.
Yeah, well, the other mother said to keep smiling.
And he did.
And she made it so. So, like, you've got to go, and then the other mother can be heard upstairs going, like, Coraline? And so she goes through the tunnel. The tunnel is different now.
Yeah.
It's got, like, jagged glass. It's dirty.
Old toys. And again, a lot of it's Victorian-y kind of toys as well.
Yeah. Quite old stuff. Dusty.
Yeah.
Cobwebby. Horrible. She goes back. So we don't know the fate of Wybie at this point.
No, but he does show her because she tries to bring him with her and he takes his glove off and blows his hand and it's all sawdust, so he doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And it's sad because even though he doesn't talk, his facial expressions are really... I don't know, I've got a lot of love for other Wybie.
Oh, if only his posture was better.
Oh, he's a teenager, they all are like that.
Coraline goes back and she's like, okay, Mum, Dad, I'm back. This is fine. I want to stay here now. But her parents are nowhere to be seen.
They've gone.
Disappeared. Goes to Spinks and Forcible, and they're like, this is weird.
They'll turn up.
They'll turn up eventually, but here, take this. And out of there,
they get a bit of a Easter egg. They show all this taffy behind them, and each date is a date that one of the children went missing in the house.
Yeah.
Which is creepy.
Little details like that are why I think this film is as good as it is.
Yes, people like us.
Yeah.
Oh my god, let's find them all.
Yeah, exactly. So they make a little looking thing.
Well, they pull it out of the taffy, which is really strange because I don't know what that would have been.
No,
doing.
they carve it because the taffy's so hard; it's like a rock.
Oh, okay.
So then she gets the knitting needles and she like breaks it down and she made this looking thing, which looks like something out of the Spiderwick Chronicles.
Yes. So I went on Google quickly because I knew I'd got a point with this.
I knew you would.
Obviously, they read tea leaves.
Yeah.
Later on, that's very like witchcrafty sort of thing. It's like a planchette, for Ouija boards.
Oh.
So he's supposed to hold up a planchette and be able to see ghosts.
Oh.
That's why I say you might be able to look what you're trying to find.
They say they're good for lost things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's what you do with, So if they believe in the kind of the occult and stuff, it would kind of make sense that they would do that. And later on, she uses it to find the ghost eyes. So that's why she can look through and see them.
So Coraline's like, okay, fine. Goes back inside, and her parents are trapped in a mirror. They're cold. So
they help us.
Help us, but backwards.
Yeah.
That's very Red Rummy.
Yeah, Red Rum.
So she goes back. She's like, I'm going to sort this bedlam out then. It is bedlam, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So goes back and she's like, I'm going to challenge you.
So her and the cat go back. And as they go into the tunnel, the cat straight away starts to talk again. And it's like, you do know you're walking into one of her traps. And she's like, yeah. Yeah,
but I've no note to lose. And then she's like, you should challenge her. Challenge her then. But she'll never turn down a fight.
Like she loves a game.
Yeah. So Coraline's like, yeah, even better plan. Goes into the kitchen. She's there waiting. They're making breakfast. So I'd still eat that breakfast.
The food in this looks great.
Doesn't it?
I would eat all the food in this.
Coraline's like, oh, well, let's play a game. And then there's a shot of like the other mother's eyes, and it sort of like gleams over.
Well, I say eyes, buttons.
But well, you know what I mean, like the buttons.
Do you think it's really weird how they make the buttons come across like eyes? Yeah.
The windows to the soul, one might say.
They are indeed.
So she's like, games. Everyone likes games.
Right? Trying to hide her excitement.
Yeah. And she's like, fine, you go find the eyes or the souls or whatever. And she's like, okay, and then I'll set you free or whatever. Yeah,
she's got to find the 3 ghost eyes for the children, and also try and then find her parents.
And if you do that, I'll set you free. Like, and if not, and then she's like,
I'll get to sew buttons on your eyes.
And she's tapping the eyes, and then Coraline turns around and she's like, fine, I agree. And then she turns around and she's not there, but you can still hear the tapping. beautiful
You love that, don't you?
film. Right. I just think little things like that. Let's go to the first place. Let's get the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Garden.
So we see the garden one.
So
Initially we see the other father take her around that tries to impress her because she clearly loves gardening.
I said a thing.
You did say a thing.
I said that the other father is on a praying mantis.
Mm-hmm.
Praying mantises are famous for, after courtship or whatever, they eat the heads of the male.
Yeah.
Which is symbolic of the other mother's relationship with the other father.
Yeah, she doesn't care. Once she's got what she's wanted, she isn't going to care.
Absolutely. I'm going to eat that head.
Yeah.
But now the garden's drab, overgrown, horrible.
Yeah, and nothing's quite as magical. So again, everything's kind of like dying a little bit. The other mother's doesn't have that same energy in life because she needs Coraline's.
Yeah. Coraline uses the thing, I forget what it's called.
The planchette.
Thank you. And she looks through it and she sees what she needs.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the knob on the praying mantis's mechanics.
Yes.
Which comes to life. But again, the other father's not in control.
No, the hands are.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna hurt you.
I'm not going to hurt you.
But he helps Coraline. He doesn't want to hurt her.
No.
He wants to help. It's kind of weird that the other mother would create all this and then these people would be like, actually...
I think they know, that's the thing, they know that they're only being used as collateral.
Yeah.
To get her main target, and that person's innocent. So I think they try to fight as much as they can back.
Yeah.
But again, I think as the less control the other mother has, because she doesn't have that energy anymore, they can break away from it because they're not under as much control.
Yeah. She gets one, turns to white.
And all the colour drains out of it.
So it's starting to crack.
Yeah.
Let's go upstairs.
No.
Let's go downstairs. Sphinx Unforceable. They've got to get a second one. She walks down. The theatre's still there, but now the dogs are bats.
Yeah.
There's a big suite in the middle, which is...
Taffy.
She's like, yeah, it's in there. It's in their hand. In there.
Yeah, Sphinx Unforceable, whatever, I can't say their names.
Sphinx Unforceable.
Sphinx Unforceable.
They've sort of merged into a...
It's like a taffy ball, yeah.
Yeah. She pulls it out, grabs it, but obviously they grab her. They're like, thief! You're a bloody thief! She uses the bats to just wipe out Sphinx Unforceable. They go white and they start cracking.
Yeah.
Then we go upstairs.
Finally.
Woo! To Babinski.
Who doesn't exist anymore.
No, that's kind of sad. I like
It's creepy though, because obviously the movement of his character, because we don't see his face, it's all droopy. His body's being held up by the mice. Well, rats.
Yeah, it's just the coat, it's the hat. He's like, I don't understand. He's like, woo!
Why don't you want to stay?
Yeah.
We'll love you.
I love you forever.
And we'll play games. Yeah.
And yeah, obviously we find out it's a rat. The rats have got the other piece, but they escape. Coraline throws the planchette.
No, does she?
Yeah, she does.
She throws it and it goes missing.
Yeah, she's like, oh, she's done. Because the mouse ducks it.
Yeah. So then she's outside crying, thinking, I've lost now. The other mother's going to win. And we see the button going across the moon and it gets quicker and quicker and quicker.
Mm-hmm. That's time running out.
Yeah, it's a bit like the sand in The Wizard of Oz. It's like, she's losing time, Dorothy will die. So, and then all of a sudden the cat comes out of nowhere with the rat and the missing piece and it stops. It pauses.
But then it does carry on.
Because that whole world starts to then disappear.
The whole world falls to pieces then, yeah.
And it's just a house.
Mm-hmm. Goes back in, and even the house the wallpaper's coming off.
Yeah.
It's looking horrible now.
Yeah.
The other mother's like, did you get what you needed? Mm-hmm. She's like, yeah.
And by this point, she's really haggard. More and more of her has come apart now.
Yeah. She's starting to crack now.
And looks spindly. Yeah.
And for Coraline's like, yeah, I know everything, but apart from where her parents are. She still hasn't got a clue on that. So the cat's like, gives her a look.
Yeah, and then the ghost eyes start appearing, and one of them says, "Oh, she's still never going to let you get out."
Yeah, even if you win, she's not going to let you go. So Coraline's smart.
She's clever.
And she's like, "Oh, they're through the door." Mm-hmm. And then are you going to open it and find out? So the other mother obviously is like, opens the door.
What was she like?
And but Coraline finds
the snow globe.
And her parents are trapped inside.
Well, she throws the cat at the bell dam to begin with to grab the snow globe.
Yeah.
And the poor cat has no idea this is coming. She just kind of does it really randomly. And the cat's like, "Rawr!"
But the cat does its job.
It does. It rips off her button eyes.
Yeah, she can't see anything. And then the other mother's like, nope, web time.
So the whole world then starts to collapse in on itself. And we see this huge spider web.
And Coraline's at the bottom, and the other mother dives down and misses. She can't see her. So Coraline climbs up. I really like how it's kind of metallic.
Yeah.
So like it's still sticky, but anytime it moves, the other mother's like...
Just like an actual spider can.
Yeah, exactly. Up to the door they go. Coraline's pulling on the door, the other mother's on the other side. And she's like, I'm not strong enough for this.
Yeah.
I really like it when she kicks her in the face, though.
She kicks her in... She proper... this is Sparta's her to the face.
Big time.
And then the ghost hands come out and help her shut the door, which traps her hand inside.
Yeah. Then Coraline runs to the other side, and the door's getting closer and closer. I really like that shot.
It's a really creepy shot, isn't it?
Yeah, just the door just jarring closer. Oh, it's awesome.
To try and like almost like the world, like the world separation's closing in on itself.
Yeah. Coraline makes it though. Parents are back.
The snow globe's broken, and they have no idea where they've been.
Everything's fine, or is it, Jade?
It is not. So it all appears happy. She's got the gloves. They've got their promotion thing they wanted with their catalogue. She goes to bed. She lets the cat in. It's all very cute. And then she puts the child's eyes under her pillow. We get a really beautiful sequence actually with the ghost children.
You're thinking of the Starry Night.
Starry Night imagery.
Yeah,
it's really pretty. It's
really
very
nice,
dreamlike.
but then like, thank you for letting us free, whatever.
But it's not over.
But you're in terrible danger, girl. That's what they say. And she's like, if you've got the key for the door, she's still gonna come for it. Like,
yeah, she's gonna keep coming after you till she's got this key.
We're figuring out at this point that other mother is now just a hand.
Well, that's what all that's on the other side now.
Yeah. So the hand creeps through and is like on its way or whatever. So Coraline's like, I need to get rid of this fucking key. So she goes to the well. Well. And she's going to throw it down, but the hand catches up with her.
Yeah.
Tries to snatch it off her. There's a good fight scene.
Yeah, get a bit of a fight scene between her and the hand.
YB comes in as well. It's like, player 2 has entered the game. And I really like how the hand is quite sharp.
Yes, it's needles.
Yeah. Ooh, creepy.
And it moves very spider-like as well. I mean, when Rabi gets stuck in the well and it starts lifting up, almost like pincers on a spider. It's all very creepily done.
It's horrible, yeah. But they smash it with a rock. Cause
they do smash it.
They proper smash it. And then tie it up, tie the key around it, into the well.
Down the well it goes. Then we get the ending shot with all the residents of the Pink Palace.
Yeah.
Doing the communal garden together, which is in the face. We think of Coraline, but I don't think it is Coraline.
I think it's the
other mother because it looks just like her.
Yeah,
and it doesn't have a hair grip on the outside bit that's created just in the other world out of a greenhouse. So I think the other mother lived there.
She lives on.
At some point, she must have had that house.
But another owner of the house is YB's grandmother.
Who's invited round.
Who is related to ghost child number 1, 2, 3. 3.
Well, 1, 2, 3.
So YB's like, oh, well, how am I going to tell my grandmother this? And then she's like, oh, we're going to tell her together.
Yeah.
That's the end.
What they must be thinking Coraline is smoking when she tells them that.
Oh, God, absolutely. Yeah, that's the end of the film.
And what a good fucking film that is.
Is it better than Space Jam?
Oh, yeah.
It fucking is.
Oh, this is a 5-star film.
Well, you'd say that, but not everyone would agree with you.
Everyone's wrong.
Well, I've had a few people's opinions on this.
Okay, tell me everything.
Aidan from work, he said good, but it's still overrated nightmare fuel.
No.
No. Lacey from work also has said not worth the hype.
I think it has become overhyped. But I find that Nightmare Before Christmas is probably the most overhyped film around this time of year. Especially the love story between Jack and Sally, which does not exist.
It doesn't exist, guys. This is better than Nightmare.
Oh, it's better than Nightmare, yeah.
Arts Ebony Rose, whose artwork I've shared recently, says, I do not have enough words or space to express how much I adore everything about this film. 3 love hearts.
The 3 love hearts make it.
That's 1 for each heart and eye thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. And Jamie Lee, who appeared on the Cat in the Hat episode with me, said, piss pants terrifying, good time.
Jamie Lee could not be more correct.
I agree. I think it is creepy. I think it's on the right level of creepy for a kid's film.
Yeah, I love this. I love everything about it. I think it's clever. I think it's beautiful to look at. And I think it's a timeless story. It's got that fairy tale vibe to it, which is the be careful what you wish for. That doesn't get old.
Yeah.
Like, is the grass always greener?
No.
It appears to be so, but it's not being watered.
Be careful what you wish for, folks. I really had fun watching it again because it's been a long time since I've seen it.
Me too. I've not seen it in quite a long time.
The next episode, the next week, it's Attack of the Clones. It's a double bill again.
Yep.
All the episodes are double bills for October.
They are.
Because we're doing Spooky Dooky Month and Star Wars.
I know, what a juxtaposition that is.
Like a big old loaf of bread and not enough butter, we are spreading ourselves too thin. So
we're doing well so far, though. We've actually filmed, well,
we're nearly
quite
done.
A few.
Yeah, we're nearly done on the Halloween ones. It's just Star Wars we need to crack on with.
Yeah.
But yeah, so next week it's Attack of the Clones and Hocus Pocus.
Boom.
What? I've only seen Hocus Pocus once.
I love Hocus Pocus because I have a black cat.
Cool.
And that it's just like, and she loves watching it, and like we watch it together.
Oh.
But I named my first black cat Binks after Zachary Binks in Hocus Pocus.
Oh, I thought it was after Jar Jar Binks from Attack of the Clones.
Absolutely not. No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's my bad.
No, but that cat lives with my sister.
You're looking forward to that double bill?
I am indeed. Yes.
Me too. Attack of the Clones is weak.
It is a weak one, but never mind.
Never mind.
Well, which order are we watching it in? Are we doing Hocus Pocus first?
We're doing Hocus Pocus first because I feel like I've not seen it enough. I've seen Attack of the Clones quite a few times.
Okay. That's no worries.
So, thanks for joining us on this double bill. Coraline, Phantom Menace.
Yes, thank you guys.
It's been fun. And yeah, see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.